Hey everyone. Yeah, this is a bit of a on-screen video review of Sonic the Hedgehog 286. I did get it in the mail, I think a lot earlier than I normally would, but what it said on the tag above my address was grace issue. Now, mainly what that means is I've been given a grace period of maybe an additional issue or two, I have to check, of the comic due to earlier this year when they were on delay, when basically there was no issues coming when they should have. Well, basically not just earlier this year, but late last year, early this year, beginning of this year, when there was the delay. So I emailed them, as I've told you guys, and I basically said, look, you got to do something about this. You got to make up for something like this. And one of the head people, I guess, responded and said, hey, we'll make it up to you by giving you 2 additional months, maybe two or three additional months. So I was like, okay, fine. So I ended up getting 285 today in the mail. And I have to say, I like it. I really do. I think it's a decent continuation, not a conclusion. The conclusion will be next month or towards the end of this month. But a decent continuation of Panic in the Sky. The reason it's a decent continuation is because it's mostly all action. We left off part 2 with everybody going into battle and a 3-part plan to get everything set right and restored. And I like the fact that we're right into the action right off the bat. It's separated into 3 categories, and each category, each area gets their own little time and place to shine. You have Sonic fighting Eggman. You have Sally, Antoine, Tails, and Bunny, fighting the E robots. You have Rhoda and Nicole going at it with the Sky Patrol against the Death Egg. So overall, it's just an action-packed story. It really is, and basically, everybody, all the characters are going through huge fights and momentum. I mean, you see some great moments in the issue, like you see Bunny. It looks like she's punching one of the ETA robots right through the stomach, with her cybernetic arm. So. Overall, it's just a very fast-paced, very fast-paced, action-oriented issue, and part of this saga. It really is, and I like it. I really do. I like the fact that Rhoda and Nicole, they're okay. Just to let people know. They are okay. Nothing happened. They're not dead. Like I said in the last video, I don't think they would kill them off like that. So they're okay, except, they've seen better days. Basically, they're depleted, down to 10% and all that. And, but they're doing okay. They survive. Sally and them are, holding their own on the ground, taking care of the E-robots. And Sonic's having his fight, go out, if you will. His roundabout with Eggman. He's basically fighting him, and, Eggman seems to be getting the upper hand when he freezes Sonic during the fight, because he freezes him in a block of ice. But then when Sonic goes werehog, exactly like a lot of us predicted, that's something Eggman didn't want to face, because basically as a werehog, even in his Egg Dragoon, Eggman didn't stand a chance. In fact, Eggman was trying to cower away, like, whoa, stay away, no. And just as I thought would happen, I pretty much thought about this in my mind, Sonic basically grabs Eggman in his little Eggmobile bubble, that's left over from him basically thrashing the Egg Dragoon, and he tosses the Eggmobile bubble, if you will, all the way into the sky a la kind of an anime throw, if you know what I'm saying. You know how, some kind of superhero or character will throw another character so high that next thing you see is nothing more than a bing, like a little star or something like that, a little shining star. Well, that's basically what Eggman happened to Eggman thanks to Sonic. Sonic just basically in his werehog form grabs Eggman and just after he basically thrashes the Egg Dragoon, just tosses Eggman into the air, and you see nothing more than a bing, and Eggman, he's just yelling no and bing, and that's it. But what's going on at the same time, because everybody's holding their own, Sally and them are trying to do what they can to shut off the dark Gaia energy, things like that. But what's happening, unfortunately, at this same time is the energy for dark Gaia is finally all coming together, but not coming together the way Eggman wanted. Because as soon as Eggman recovers a little bit, he tries to tell Obot and Qbot, hey, get all the power to the Death Egg right now. And they basically say, well, basically they tell Eggman, yeah, we would, but unfortunately we can't do that because of something else going on. Something's wrong. Something is happening in Eggman land. And Eggman, he's looking down and thinking, oh, now what? Now what? And he goes on to basically blame Sonic, saying, Sonic, look what you've done. You've doomed us all. I had this all planned out. Da 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 da. But yet, what he'll probably find out next issue is that he's being manipulated by Dark Gaia to gather all the energy into that one area so that it can rebuild itself. And that's exactly what happens. Eggman, of course, like I say, blames Sonic for the fact that for ruining the plan of, hey, I had everything set in stone and ready to go and da da da, and now it's ruined and you've doomed us all, and and I'm assured. I know that's a weird word to use, but I'm almost assured, in a sense, in my opinion, that, like I said, next issue, Eggman's going to find out that he's been manipulated by Dark Gaia to gather all the energy it needs to rebuild itself and reconstitute itself into one area. And yet, he wants to go and blame Sonic, and yet he doesn't, like I say, realize, oh crap, I probably got manipulated into doing this, I just didn't realize it. And I think the reason he got manipulated, maybe we'll find out next issue in the finale, is because of his hatred for Sonic, his desire for hate and hatred of Sonic, his obsession to beat Sonic. The Dark Gaia capitalized on that and manipulated him to basically gather all the energy it needed to reconstruct itself into one area. And how this happens is all the dark energy, all the dark power inside all the badniks, inside all the ETA bots, and even inside Sonic, which basically takes away his werehog form finally, is all being gathered together by Dark Gaia so it can reform itself, reconstruct itself into perfect Dark Gaia. And that's assumingly what we got towards the end of this issue. We got Dark Gaia reconstituting itself with all the Dark Gaia energy into perfect Dark Gaia. Now, of course, Chip is upset a little bit because he thinks he's failed. Even after Sonic rescues him, and after Sonic's werehog powers leave him to go to Dark Gaia, Chip kind of feels like he's failed. He's disappointed, and he's let everybody down because, as he puts it, if Dark Gaia achieves its perfect form, it'll destroy all life. But Sonic, in Sonic's typical way, reminds him, hey, you shouldn't talk like that. Think about all the people, all the places we have met and befriended. Do you really want to give up on them? And by giving him that kind of a speech, which we have seen before in other cartoons and comics, Chip kind of regains his composure and says, you know what, you're right. I can't give up on that now. We get a nice little montage with Chip in front of, just like before, I can't think of the issue. I know it wasn't that long ago. But now we get a bigger one with him, with all the characters there that he's met and befriended and all that. So it encourages him enough to pick up the slack and realize, hey, you're right, Sonic, I can't give up on these people. I can't give up on the world. So basically, he and Sonic start planning on how to attack Dark Gaia, and Perfect Dark Gaia. And Sonic asks him, okay, how did you do this last time? Chip goes on to explain, well, I would inhabit the Gaia Colossus, I should say, and battle Dark Gaia until I battled him or fought him into submission and sealed us both away into the core of the planet, and so it could start all over. But he also points out that, it could take centuries now, because it won't be because what they did in the past wouldn't be fast enough now to be done here. So Sonic basically being typically Sonic, saying, hey, you need fast? I got your back on that. I got you covered. And Sonic basically, because all the emeralds are there, becomes supersonic. And he and Chip, who goes to inhabit the Dark Gaia, go off to battle not Dark Gaia, but goes off. Sonic, after he becomes supersonic, he, along with Chip, who goes to possess the Gaia Colossus, goes off to battle Perfect Dark Gaia. And that's how the issue ends. Again, it was mostly action oriented. It kept the issue going at a fast pace. The action never really stopped, in a sense. I mean, you had a few brief moments, like after the Freedom Fighters defeated the ETA robots. They kind of took a break a little bit to kind of analyze where they were at, analyze what the next step. But unfortunately, that next step won't happen because Perfect Dark Gaia was forming, and because of that, Eggman Land was breaking apart. Now, as I said in my last review, basically Eggman, I think, is realizing, as much as he wants to blame Sonic for this happening, is realizing maybe, and he'll probably realize even more so next issue, that he goofed. That basically Dark Gaia used him to get itself recharged, rebuilt, repowered. So we'll find out if that's true in the next issue. But overall, this mostly was a fast-paced, action-oriented issue. Again, for anybody that questioned on forums about Rotor, yes, he's okay. Nicole's okay. They're alive. They're all right. So I don't think we have to worry about that. So overall, great issue, great continuation, and cannot wait to see what they got for the conclusion. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. But again, just a tremendous issue. Really, really well done. Great continuation. Mostly action-oriented. It got right to the action right off the bat. Really got into it. And like I said, gave each action sequence, action moment, gave basically each part of that three-part plan, contingency plan that the Freedom Fighters had, it gave each of them a moment. So I like that. And I love how, Sally, she's determined to get this done, to shut down, the Dark Gaia power, but basically it's too late. And I like how Tails tells her, hey, we got to get you out of there. She says, well, wait a minute, we're not done yet. And yet Bunny's the one like, hey, it's too late, girl, we got to go. So overall, just a great issue. A great continuation, mostly action-oriented. If you like action-paced issues right off the bat, this continuation of Panic in the Sky is for you. So that's all I'm going to say on this on-screen video review of Sonic the Hedgehog 286, Part 3 of 4 for Panic in the Sky. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I am out.